Hi friends, it's Allison. Welcome back to AJ's Inspired Life. Welcome back to my messy desk. I've been missing for a little bit. It may not seem like more than usual because I was posting some videos that I had already scheduled to post. But I've been unable to come down and film or journal really because I'm grieving. And I know it's not uncommon, and it's not something that none of you have experienced, obviously. But I really actually struggled with kind of how to tell you guys. It's interesting because I share our day-to-day lives, but I don't know. Well, most of you, personally. And so I don't know if this is the right place to necessarily share, yet I feel disingenuine if I don't, and I can't show up with my regular energy. I'm barely kind of functioning through my day-to-day kind of have-tos, if you will. And granted, I know that's not really, nothing's a have-to. I get it. So I lost my dad last week, and it was weirdly, ironically, very quick, which none of us were prepared for, quite frankly. If you've been here a while, I've had a few maybe close concerns with my dad's health, and he's made it through it, and we've had hospital stays and all of that, and none of that happened this time. And so I'm grieving and mourning and beginning the process of grieving and mourning, right? And although I work with people all the time through this, and I know it's completely normal, it's interesting to see people's reaction to me grieving and mourning, quite frankly. So I'm just trying to be as gentle with myself as possible, and I think I need you guys to know that as well. I will, as usual, right? It's not that I'm disingenuine when I show up here. As usual, I will show up when I have energy to show up, and be as present, as possible in all things I do. And I have chosen, honestly, not to do anything except work this last week. We got the news. I got the news. I was the only one not there, and flew home as soon as I could, and then I stayed for a few days, and then I came back and I worked the week. I canceled all my other things outside of work. I haven't been to the gym in weeks. So I just need you to know. That's it. And I know a lot of you have been through it, and grief hits in different, phases for different people in different ways, and just learning to honor that in everyone, obviously. And again, I do a lot of work in grief. I do a lot of work in grief work. So it's nothing I don't have awareness over, and I'm being very, very conscious with my energy regarding my expectations, and allowing myself to communicate clearly what I'm able and not able to do with other people. So for those of you that saw the post on my personal Instagram or my Facebook and sent a sweet message, thank you. I did post something on the AJ's Inspired Life, which, I sometimes update and sometimes don't. But I thought it was a kind of a needed thing. I need people to know. And I think that's as I transition into more of a metaphorical, talk about grief, if you will, I think that is what we all could do better at, is like letting people know our needs, right? Letting people know where we're at in life. And we're trained, we're taught, we're modeled not to do that. And so what does that look like? That looks like, oh, put a smile on your face, or, you know, I don't know. And trust me when I tell you, there are times for that. And I am the first person to say, like, girl, you better get it together. But that's me talking to me. So, I also think that if everybody knew what you were going through on a daily basis, we would approach people differently. Whether that's grieving and death, whether that's strain of a relationship, whether that's financial burdens, whether that's health concerns for yourself, whether that's, I don't know, insecurities of whatever nature. So I'm just trying to communicate with you guys where I'm at, and and plan on being, quite frankly, for at least the next year, because, you know, we know that about grief. It's at least a year. I mean, the year is a year of firsts, right? And so, yeah, I don't know. That's it. So without further ado, I'm still going to try and get some journaling done, but whew, I will tell you what, folks, let me tell you, because if you know, you know, I joke about like putting stuff in my planner or my journal ahead of time because it cancels. And like, I mean, I put appointments in there, and I swear to you, like, I don't cancel, the person doing the service like cancels, like something comes up on their end. We've put like river rafting trips on there, and in the middle of the summer it's pouring rain and the river rafting gets canceled, you know? So it's kind of like a joke now. And some of you even said last time, like, put snowflakes on all your pages if you don't want it to snow, because then it won't snow. And I love that. Some of us have chosen a word of the year. And I think in my last video, or one of my last videos, I had said like, oh, I haven't shared it with you yet. And, but I'm pretty stoked on it. Like, I'm feeling very powerful about it. And like, I'm ready to do it. Like I'm here for it. Right. And I never shared my word. And anyway, and I haven't even, I've done nothing with it. I mean, I wrote it in my other journal. So that's where I've been, quite frankly. I got the call. It was kind of a few texts and a few calls, and I was like a complete mess. My daughter threw some clothes in a bag for me, packed my bag. I couldn't catch the last flight out of town that night. I caught the next one the next morning. I left our house at 3 a.m. I ran downstairs and grabbed like a journal, like a Dollar Tree notebook journal that you guys have all, I didn't bring it down. And I talk on here a lot about my process journaling, and that's what I do daily, and just writing. And I've just been like spilling right into there. So this journal like has had no love. I mean, I've tried to put some stuff in here, and I thought I would bring you along. This is what my desk looks like right now, including this little piece of celery. If you can't see it, it's here because I'm making a giant pot of stew upstairs, which is so needed right now. And then I was just saying like how much I need soup and warmth and nurturing, because it's 19 degrees outside, and I'm cold. Anyway, my neighbor knocked on the door and brought over a giant thing of soup. Anyway, I haven't like stamped out my word. I haven't done anything. But the word I chose for the year was release. And the irony of like needing to let go of my father is not what I had in mind. And I am I'm grateful for his peace, but I was not ready to embark on the journey of my word of the year in that way. But it is definitely my word of the year. So that's where we are. That's where we are. So I'm going to continue to walk through the year. I'm going to, I don't know why I wouldn't continue to journal this way. I might go down inside, we'll just see. We'll just see as it ebbs and flows and all of it, right? I'm grateful. I'm grateful on 110 levels, like for the people that were there. I'm grateful for the support we've had. I'm grateful for our circumstances, right? And our family. It's all in gratitude, and yet complete emptiness on some level. Excuse me. So I just share with you. So again, I think when we have awareness, we can sit in a little bit, more availability to acknowledge similarities. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. This is my journal so far. I need to get some stuff done. But the first thing I see, I have a pile. I have I picked up my prescriptions this month. I have stuff to add to it. I did go to Chick-fil-A and literally almost got sick off the food. So that's interesting. Again, working on releasing some things in my life, blah, blah, blah. Okay. What I'm looking at right now is 2 cards on my desk that my kids actually got for Christmas. Now, these are 2 that we don't save these. We save kind of the photo ones, if you will, to the family to kind of see, that's kind of fun, joyfully yours. Okay. I'm not going to save that. What I did see though was, the opportunity to maybe use some of this, and I'm just trying to think. Okay, I'm also going to be releasing my lamp. That's what I'm going to let go of this year because it's just making me mad. It's not, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened when I moved my room, but my lamp is really mad at me. It's really not happy. Hold on one second. Let me grab another punch. Okay, we're back. I also thought, let me clip you back on here. Whew. I also thought, as I was there, I grabbed a couple others. I had all these grand intentions for the new year, new things to do on the channel and such. And yeah, not happening right now. I just want to see, okay, that does not, oh, it might fit. That might fit. Okay. I have not gotten out. So I'm just going to transition. I'm okay. Just so you know, I'm okay. It's normal and it's healthy grief, and it's all the stuff. It's just grief and how I choose to mourn. Means that sometimes I have energy for things and sometimes I don't, but anyway, so it is what it is. You guys have, some of you have been through it and know. What do I want to do? So my thought was I'd really like to kind of have this on a tag, if you will. I was thinking, because I think we could make it work. I just got to get in there, right? And then save as much of this as possible. So I think I'm gonna, almost just do that for right now. And I want the, you know, the flag part at the bottom. So I got to cut it this way. Egads. Okay. Yeah, I think we can make that work. Okay. I'm just trying to, you know, save as much of this as possible. And I'm going to have to cut into that flower a little bit. Let's see what we can do here. It's still off-centered, isn't it? All right. Let's see here. If you have an easier way of doing this, please let me know. Okay, but that's, I have it. Okay, so now we have this little tag. It's just didn't quite clean cut that. Okay, that's kind of fun. Now we could put that on something else, obviously. I'm going to make these and then, you know, put them in my Christmas bucket for next year, obviously. I am saving this because we can, we could make a little package out of it. We could stamp or cut something else out of it. We could cut a tab out of it, you know. It could just be a folded page thing. So I'm just going to save this. I just thought maybe I'd cut it up now and see kind of what we get. Wow, talk about some crooked cutting, Allison. Jeez Louise. Okay, I think I'm going to square this off. And do something like that. Now that gives me like a good, is it even square? Doesn't look square. It's kind of square. It's almost square. All right. I'm not making it any better. But I think that's a workable card size, right? Background, we could tag it. This could just be a tag like for, you know, for a present. We could tag it right here, in fact, or it could go into our journal. So let's just put a thingy on it now. How about that? Let's see. You guys, I don't know what I would have to do to use up these supplies. Like, I am trying. We'll put this little red one on because this red one's fun, but it's so tiny and it's kind of a weird, yeah. I think this is a big punch. I think all of these are big punches. So I'm just going to do that. And then, oops. We'll do that. Okay, so that's kind of fun. And we used one eyelet. We only have like 500 to go. Probably more. Probably more. No, probably 500. I don't know. I don't know how many it came with. We can add some tissue. No, I don't want to add tissue, some twine or something next year, right? We could even, like, this came off of a box of chocolates. Actually, a box of cookies that I thought was a box of chocolates, but we could even, you know, put something on there like that. So I'm gonna save this and this, and I'm gonna save these two pieces. Okay, those will go in my Christmas bag that I already put away, but I just saw them out on the counter as I was cleaning up because yeah. What's today? January 14th, 13th. I don't know. Whatever it is, Christmas is not put away yet. I was putting away Christmas the day, right? The day we got the call. So the tree is now down. My husband and daughter took down the tree. And I had taken down all the ornaments and put them all away and everything, but all the boxes now, I have one more like weird, I don't even know what, bag of stuff to put away. You know, all the stuff that doesn't fit into the boxes that you took out of the boxes because I didn't put it back in the same way. That bag of stuff. But I'm just going to put it in a bag and call it done for the year because I can't right now. Literally, like literally can't. Okay, this I cut a little differently. This is a fun inside. I am going to toss this one away, although, again, we could punch it and make all sorts of fun things with it, specifically tabs. But I just have so many tabs. So I'm going to throw out this piece. I can't. Okay, I won't. How about that? If I'm going to try and use it today is what my thought was. I do have this, though, which I really like. And so maybe, oh, this does not like it. No, it does not. Oh, now it's really mad at me. That was not a good choice. It's too thick for this Martha Stewart punch. That's a bummer is what that is, because okay, that's going to take some tools is what that's going to take. Well, do as I don't do. I don't know. Let me know if you're a punch expert. I certainly am not. So this is not, you know, a new, but I do love this punch, so I don't want it mad at me. Okay, we'll try a more sturdy punch. We'll try the Stampin' Up! Tab one, because this one's fun. Yeah. Now these are very Christmassy to me, so I think I'll probably, you know, put them in with my Christmas stuff. Not too sure. I do have, however, comma, space, hold on please, this guy, which he will make a beautiful, if we were doing Christmas, but we're not, but artist trading coins are this size, and that's a beautiful background. So we'll just pop him in front of me because that's one of the goals, is to make some of those. So yeah, I don't know. How do you deal with grief? What do you know, what do you find helpful? That's an interesting one because different people need different things, right? So I am, but this is me in general. This is me in general. I am pretty clear. When I'm sick and stuff, and I think I've talked about this, it's important that we know what other people need. I don't need this. But that's kind of fun. And again, we could cut it down more and make it, we could just put a thing in it and make it a tab. I would put different paper on the back maybe to write if we were going to do that. If we're going to put it in a journal, we could flip it in, whatever, but we'll leave it like this for now. We could cut it more narrow and make just more of a tag, if you will. But some options. Okay, so we're going to leave this pile now. I have that pile from those two little cards, and I'll put them right down there so I can put them in my Christmas folder when I get up. So in general, like when I'm sick, and again, I think I've shared this before, maybe not. When I'm sick and whatnot, though, I like to be left alone. I really would like to be left to my own devices. And other people, maybe spouse people, you know, want attention. They want you to stay with them. They want whatever. And so it's important that we kind of know not only for ourselves what we want in any circumstance, not grief, not just when we're sick, whatever, but to also be able to like state it and ask for it, because people tend to do what they would want. So as an example, I would leave you alone. If you were sick, right? I leave my husband alone. I'm like, I'll take the kids. I mean, when they were younger, obviously, I'll take the kids and I'll go. And he really would like it if I didn't do that. He really would like it if I stayed around, and, he likes people nearby. And I need to know that about him, because my intuition or preferences for myself are like to be left alone. And so, right now during this grief and whatnot, like I said, I've been not being left alone, like not talking to people, but like I'm not going to go out and do a lot of social things or whatever, and all that kind of stuff. So it is what it is. And every day is new, every day is different, every day, and so anyway, I don't know. It's a hard phase of life to be in. I know I am not in it alone. And I know a lot of you get it. Unfortunately, right? My girlfriend and I were talking and saying, there's now 4 of us, like girls all my age, women all my age. And I'm the last one to lose my father. And they were like, well, we're going to all go out to whatever and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, that's a crappy club to be a part of. You know what I mean? But that's where we're at. All right. I did get out this snowflake because this was in my capsule box. If you guys have not seen that video, it is, I don't know where it is. It's below in my videos. I don't think I did it on a playlist. It's probably on the Happy Meal playlist. I got a very sweet Happy Meal from February and June, and we decided to swap capsules, if you will, for the month of January. So this was in my capsule, and I'm trying very hard to use my capsule stuff. So I'm going to take that snowflake and give it a home. I also thought it was interesting because we have different seasons. January in her world is different than January in my world. So it was fun to actually swap some things that weren't the same. You know what I mean? Like it's winter here. I didn't send her any snowflakes. It's not winter there. And so I thought that was fun. Okay, this side is pink. Not necessarily my color. This side is white, way more my color, plus it goes with the spread. But I do think we could maybe, give it a little oomph to help it stand out a little bit. I happen to have this like glitter marker that's kind of a weird gold color. So not that I can go back, but yeah, okay. I also, right in front of me, we have yet to use it. I'm wondering if this is the time. Santa in my stocking this year brought me, oh, look at my marker kind of oozing. What's it doing? Santa brought me new Sparkle Mod Podge, which I've never had. It's gold. So we could Sparkle Mod Podge this baby up, but I think for right now, we didn't get like a ton of snow. We just got a little snow. It was enough to, screw up some driving conditions and make the roads icy and get all the kids wired up, and not enough to cancel school, thank goodness. But it's cold. Now, that being said, I do have here on my page already written, you guys can probably not see it, but yeah, we'll do that. I wrote down our temperatures for the day because, yeah, that'll work. That will do. Okay, so here where I am in the Pacific Northwest of the USA, it was a high of 26 and a low of 16 this day. And I always like to kind of look on the map, to where my family is and what we're what we're doing, right? And so when I looked up the weather, my poor Rue called because she drove back to school on Thursday. Thank goodness. And thank goodness we were watching the weather and like all that kind of stuff. My dear husband, because I'm pretty anxious when it comes to driving in the snow, and I have shared that before. I don't do it well. I don't understand it, and it scares the bejesus out of me. Look at this. I got this Happy Meal too from Sweet Grandma Ellison. And I put it in my January box because I thought we might get snow, and there it is. I have another thing of January snow things, but oh, look at that. That is so dang cute. Yeah, my sweet husband, like, I'm gonna need him. Was watching the weather. She made it in between. She made it in between snowstorms. Literally, like on the map, she's driving and there's a huge storm in Montana and there's a huge storm behind her, and they closed the pass. And oh God, I can't. That might be kind of fun. Or maybe we could do, I know, I kind of tend to do the same thing, obviously. I'm going to make a, whoops, I'm going to make a pocket out of this, which we could make a pocket out of this. I mean, I just tape this, but I'm not going to do it right now. I am going to put these kind of back in here, just like this. It will hold for now. And go like that. Okay. Because this is a built-in pocket, right? Duh. Okay. Okay, so we were we were a low of 16 and a high of 26. In Charleston, my son was a low of 40 and a high of 66, so like still in shorts. Long Beach, California was a low of 39 and a high of 63, so close, right? My sweet Rue, negative 16 was the low, and the high was -1, and that does not take into account the wind chill. My God, I don't know. I'm rewriting these here because I got to right on top of it. Low of 40 and 66 and 39 and 63, and Rue was -16 and -1. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So, I don't actually know why I'm erasing the pen mark. I don't have to, but there you go. All right, let's get some tape on here. Yeah, so tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Monday. Tomorrow's Martin Luther King Day, so we have the day off of work. Thank goodness. Tomorrow I'm going back to the gym, which it won't be pretty. And I'm dreading that as well. And, it's just uncomfortable emotionally. And when I'm drained emotionally, I can't function physically, obviously. And so, okay, so there's that sweet little pocket. All right, now we can put a card in there. Oh, and what was the... Okay, I'm also doing junk journal. Well, I haven't done anything. I have the junk journal July prompts on the pages. I would like to incorporate that. Okay, so this, I'm looking at, what day I have stuff for and all that kind of stuff. Okay. I think, so torn edges, I think over here we'll do something with torn edges. And I think, why are you stuck? What's happening? Because you're glued on? Whoops. I think in general, I would just like to, tuck a card in there. This one is not the one, but I thought that would be fun. Maybe it is the one. Do we like that coloring? Not particularly. I'm wanting to like whitewash it to soften it because this is like too much. And I'm just curious, like, is that, do I need to do all that, quite frankly? Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. This little piece of paper I'll use. Let's pull some cards. I'm sure we have something that we can use that's already ready, right? I mean, again, we could just whitewash it, but let's just see. I'm just looking through some cards here in my card pile on my desk. I maybe should go through these and kind of either sort them out, not sort them out, but like switch them out maybe. Because I know we've had the same ones on my desk for a while and they tend to maybe not be getting used. Now that's an interesting one, not my colors, but this little guy has pink on it. Look how cute that is. And interesting. This is too pink. This was a sweet note that could go. Let's see. Is that the same? That's the same. Well, yeah, I wax and wane obviously with emotions. And okay, this one's very cute and I'm going to choose this one. 2 reasons. One, well, it has a pink on it, but it's softer, which I like. On the back, it already has some lines, which I like. And it already has a fun hole punch. Now, it's too tall, so I think we'll cut some off. Let's just crop it. I mean, it won't be... We're going to lose this bottom edge, but that's fine. We have a nice little journal card there. And that can go in there just like that. So now we'll have a nice little tab. If we're going to be ticky-tacky, that right there is torn. I'm not going to count it as my torn edge, but you know, we could if we wanted to. All right, so on here, I could either leave this plain, or I could put the weather on the front for the people in my life. So I'm going to do this for right now because I'm not too sure exactly what else we're going to do there. And then what do we want to do for torn edges? Whew, I'm looking around me. I'm also needing, if you don't hear that, I'm often finding myself needing to take kind of a big, deep breath because I sometimes, well, we all do, but in stress, I'm breathing more shallow. And so I need to take like that big, deep breath and get it down in there so my body knows we're okay, right? And it can calm itself and I don't stay in that heightened kind of mode, if you will, okay? Because we don't need that. It's not super healthy. So let me see what else we can rip. I'm looking through my fiddle stuff and my January box and all the other stuff. I'm not too sure what I want to do and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, right? Where's the prompt? Oh, here it is. Okay. So I will kind of figure out what else goes there. Okay. Let's go back one more day. This, oh gosh, this is a hard one. Okay. So this is Thursday. Yeah. If you want to know how things have changed in my life, my daughter left on Thursday and that was hard. It's always hard. This time was harder. I had to go to work. And so we got a picture of the dog in the car. Not my daughter, the dog. So, but he did great. He's such a good boy. Yeah, but just kind of funny. This is some glue on my stick that I put in the water, and I thought, oh gosh, I'll just use it. It's pretty soft, but I'm thinking it may not be a great idea. This is a photograph, but if it's too much water and janks up the photo, we'll just reprint it, I guess. So yeah, I didn't get a picture of us together. Well, she left at like 5 a.m. So ain't nobody got time for that at 5 a.m. But there's my precious little pup. All right. So I finished like this box of bars. So I cut it off, and I had some extra paper, so I just put it on the back. I'll journal on that. The prompt for today is eclectic. And so I said this before, I do struggle a little bit with some of the prompts like that because, one, I think the journal is eclectic anyway. Two, it can get kind of gaudy, in my opinion, like junky, not junky, like cool junk, like I don't know how to make it all flow, I guess. And so, but that's okay. We just work with it. I do have a little note about what happened this day. Like, nothing major, just what happened. So that's in there. I added some snail tape, and I have this little thing because this is from the January capsule. Sweet Lydia got my capsule. Well, is that even right? She either got it this day or she filmed it this day. I can't remember. Either way, it's late and completely my fault. Yeah. So I think I'm going to tip this up like that. And then journal, obviously, behind it. What's happening? I think I have, but it's thin, isn't it? I have little envelopes. That's like too much, Allison. All right, let's see. What do I have in here? We could do, now, like eclectic or not, I'm looking at like there's some black and white, and black and white, and black and white. This is kind of black and white, so I'm kind of, look right there. See, special delivery. Okay, there it is. We will use this washi. I'm gonna just use the washi because gosh knows my my Scotch tape is not any better, but it's really not like, oops, sticky as I stick it to itself. But so we are going to just help it out with some glue. All right. That's fun. All right. And then it'll flip up this way, and we'll put another piece right there. You guys, I'm making this like yummy chicken bean soup, tomato. It's going to be amazing. It'll be even better tomorrow. You know how that goes. All right. If that doesn't work, I'll undo it and put some good Scotch tape on it beforehand and then do that. Now, this is fun. So let's dig through all the stuff on the desk, shall we? Because I was thinking of this in the eclectic prompt, and as I was going through the kitchen counter, you know how it is after the holidays and cleaning up stuff and all the stuff, right? I have things like this. This is like, you know, the thing that comes with the flowers that we're getting delivered, plant food. So, I mean, we could put things like this on here, and I could even stick a note in here. Let's do that because that will remind me that those came that day. And that's super sweet. So we'll do that. I just used my tape. You saw that. And Okay, let's see what else is right here. Okay, Chick-fil-A. You guys, I still have these goal sheets from the beginning of January that just at this point, quite frankly, may not be using. Okay, Friday, Saturday, I did this and my lashes. What a treat. What a treat that was. Okay, let's cut apart pictures that are here because I have other things that I want to get onto where they go. Okay, I was actually watching one of Meg's, Meg is who hosts, right, Junk Journal January. And I was watching one of her videos. I don't know what day it was, but anyway, and she wrote the sweetest quote on her page. And I think I've heard it before. I don't really know, but whatever. Yeah, so this was my boy yesterday. So sweet. Okay. She wrote the sweetest quote on her page, and actually her page is better than this, but I just screenshotted this off of Instagram or whatever. And it says, "You can still know peace without knowing what comes next." And I just thought that is so beautiful. And so I thought maybe I would you know, put it on one of my pages, obviously. I really like this. I actually kind of like it right here, so maybe we'll do that. I love that quote. Just, you know, trusting and knowing. Yeah. Even though we don't know quite what is happening next type thing, right? So we can do that. So thank you, Meg, for all sorts of inspiration. I don't know why I cut it that way. It had a little bit of a, I mean, I could cut it smaller, but I don't need to. I'm going to leave it just like that. So that was yesterday. I don't need another quote about grief yesterday, so we'll move that to a different day. This one I really like, and I used to have it like in my office, not this print of it, but a different one, and it says, "Grief never ends, but it changes. It's a passage, not a place to stay. Grief is not a sign of weakness nor a lack of faith. Grief is the price of love." And I was actually texting one of you that kind of yesterday, and knowing and discussing, like, I only get to feel this grief because I was blessed with the joy and the love of the relationship. We don't feel grief over things that we don't care about or know about, right? If that makes sense. So the only price, I mean, the price you pay for the grief is because you had the relationship you did, or you had the experiences you did, or whatnot, if that makes any sense. So, okay, I have this really cute picture of my son and his girlfriend. And I don't, oh, see this? See this? This is the Scotch tape that's not sticking to, I'm going to throw it out. In fact, we're going to do that, like, together. We'll do it together. Hey, I don't know what I'm doing with my trash this year. What do you think? Should we keep tally on it? Just not sure. Okay. This comes off. This goes. Is this where this was? No. This is not where this was, Allison. This is where this was. That would be like me to glue it to the wrong page. I guess we can rip off that weird corner. All right. It also has a little bit harder time sticking because I sewed these edges of the paper. So it's going over these stitches, if that makes any sense. So, you know, if it doesn't stick well and then it's given even bumpy stuff to go over even more, then makes it even harder. Okay, let me scooch up a little bit. I've probably been out of frame for some of this and I do apologize. You guys, this is, oh God, this is what I talk about. Okay, so even these little flags aren't sticking. Use your stuff, you guys. Just use your stuff. I mean, I'm talking to me, but you know what I'm saying. They're so old. I saved them, and now they don't stick. You guys, this, like, look at this. Like, you could read this so many ways. This was in that sweet happy mail, and I saved it and saved it and saved it because, well, Goofy's my favorite, but I wanted to save it until I took down Christmas. So I was taking down Christmas, obviously, and then got the call or the text started, right? So yes, I literally almost did fall off a ladder. Let's see what we need to put on here. I have some planner notebook paper. And, although that may not work, will it? Oh, it's going to be just fine. Okay. We're going to glue the entire thing. The crazy part also is the prompt today is like, oh yeah, throwback. And I was going to put a picture of me and my dad. because we have an ornament on the tree that, God, I hated growing up. I hated it growing up. And every year he'd make a big deal. He's like, here's our ornament. And oh my gosh, it's from when I was 7 years old and I was a brownie. And yeah. And so that was going to be my throwback kind of memory, if you will. I mean, the tree itself is just full of those memories. And I've shared that before. We do have, someone posted let's do the 80s tree theme and have an ornament from every year. And I was like, that's literally my life, still. So I have the 80s tree, I guess. I don't know. And but every ornament tells a story and it has a year on it and, whatever. So, God, not even close to straight. Anyway, so I was going to just put that as the throwback memory because I just thought it was kind of funny, quite frankly, because of course now I cherish it. So much. And yeah, I don't know. So, all right, once you have one straight edge, you can, in theory, get another straight edge, but I've already cut this and it's pretty jacked up. So we're going to do our best. Yeah, it's okay. It's not horrid. We'll square it up just a little bit. All right, that's as good as it's going to get, folks. All right. So this is going to go in here. I will put a eyelet and something. We could even do this on it, huh? Would that be fun? That's a lot to hang out, isn't it? Well, regardless, let's do an eyelet, and then I think I'll let you go because we're about at that hour. I didn't get much done today, but I do feel better at least doing something, and I don't know what, acknowledging what's going on. I think, sometimes talking about it is hard, and it's just going to be the new phase of our life, right? That's where we're at. Look at this fun brad I have. It's like actually a leaf, but it could be like a little tree, huh? That's kind of cute. But I think I'd rather have the eyelet in here, and might be kind of reorganizing, I don't know, this thing. So if we put this here and we put this in here, it would look, I mean, depending on how we loop it through. Oh, are you not going to go through? Oh, you're going through, but yeah, okay. We could loop it this way, and then the thing would be at the top and hang out. It's just too long. I think that it's just too long is what, even for a junk journal. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe that's the page. Maybe Daddy gets that page. I don't know. Yeah, so we'll leave it like that for now. I kind of want the bow here almost. So if we were going to do that, I would have to figure out what we have to do. Is what, and my brain won't allow me to do that right now. Give me 1 second. Okay, I will figure it out. I think I want the bow there. I don't know. I will tie it on here for now. Whoops. And figure it out later. Okay, so that's actually the night my dad passed, and so that will go there. This is a card, I think, from Lydia's capsule. And I have this in there and then this in there. So I don't know. I don't think I need necessarily those. I like the colors of this. Rue and I did go get our nails done this day because she likes to get them done before she leaves, obviously. So, I don't know. I'm just trying to see what I have here. What do I not have here? I have everything here. My goodness. Yeah. How is your New Year's going? Because this isn't how we thought we were going to kick off the year. Let me just tell you that. But I will say, and we've, you know, my family's talked about this quite a bit. It could be and could have been so much worse. And my dad did not want that. And so I am glad, like I said, I'm glad he's at peace, and all of the things. So I think, I don't know if I want this here. Like, I don't know. I'm going to leave it here. I'm not too sure. So all of that started because I have this picture of my boy and his girlfriend, and I'm not too sure. I mean, I don't know what day it was taken anyway. So, I'm not too sure I want it like in my dad's stuff. Like I feel like it's a good part of the new year for them, and they had great time. And so I think I'm going to probably end up putting it here. Okay. This is on the wrong page, so this goes here. So I'm going to keep going and catch up. I do have some things, like I have a Goodwill tag. I have I have a carabiner I found on the floor and one of these things I found on the floor. And so I thought, yep, those will go on the journal. Of course, this is the month I didn't put another thing in here. So we might tie them on here. I might run another thing through here and get another loop or something. We'll figure that out. And we keep going. That's what we do. So I hope your January is going well, and I hope whatever your needs are that you're able to identify them and ask for what you need. And I appreciate your understanding and grace with me. I know I haven't been as present anyway since I started my new job, and so I will be here as I can, and I'll show up as usual, but like, you know, in genuineness. And I just I am grateful for you guys understanding that, knowing that some days we are not always at our top of our game, right? So no matter what we have going on in life. So anyway, thank you for being here, friends. I deeply cherish this community, and I will I'll walk you through some of what, you know, I'm doing to heal through this grief, and obviously share my journey as it comes. So I appreciate you being here and your understanding, and I wish you well. And I hope you find something today that inspires you. Thanks. Bye.